The content here is absolutely terrible, I will be the first to admit it, but people already love it, and that's the scary part. This content is the worst it will ever be. AI slop is the future of content. Right now it's called AI slop, which is the idea or the term used to describe AI generated content that is low effort and low quality. For some people, the term AI slop is also used more broadly for just any content generated by AI. In the last few weeks, there have been creators posting AI Love Island content, which is content that involves fruit characters falling in love with each other. And this content has garnered millions of views, it's garnered mainstream media attention. People are loving this content. So why do people love it? I personally believe that people, when they go on the internet, when they look for content, they're not looking to gain new knowledge generally, they are just looking to be entertained. Similarly to how us as humans, we consume reality TV content. These AI generated videos that we're seeing all over the internet does exactly that. Right now, all the content in the world is distributed to us individually through social media algorithms. Generally, we don't actually choose or seek out the content we want to watch. And one part of the puzzle that is really expensive for social media companies is actually getting the content. YouTube pays a lot of money to creators for videos to go up on their platform through ad revenue. And AI generated content unlocks a huge opportunity for these companies. No longer would they have to pay creators to generate content. They could just generate their own AI generated content. I'm a marketer myself, and right now the recommendation in terms of running Meta ads is to just let Meta's algorithm choose who to display ads to, because it knows much better than us marketers on buying signal. We used to tell it signals and what content people be interested in and suggest what hobbies people may have that are interested in our brand. We don't do any of that anymore. And we're actually seeing in terms of the ad side that Meta is also now trying to push us to actually use AI generated content. Meta knows that through the data it's collecting and its algorithms, that it's able to understand and distribute content and find buying signals much better than any human in the world. They want to be the sole distributor of content. And I believe the plan is to eventually bring that on to the organic content side, the content that's posted by me or you. And the scary thing here about this is that this actually has the potential to be even more engaging than any content we've ever seen. Now, think of it this way. Imagine that I open up a social media app and all the content that I'm displayed is generated using AI. And it's generated using AI, not for millions of people, not for tens of thousands of people, not for hundreds of people, but just for me. This content is 100% personalized just for me. For example, let's say I may have a subconscious bias where I enjoy seeing the color blue in videos. These algorithms are able to then generate, content that has more of the color blue. Like, we're able to get that granular with the content that's generated. Social media algorithms already do this. It knows when to suggest content, what time of day to suggest content, what content resonates with us. It knows our political opinions, it knows our beliefs. As we scroll and interact on the internet, we're actually training or giving these huge social media companies even more data to eventually generate content back to us. And one of the many issues that probably isn't thought about as much with this AI generated content is the fragmentation of culture. Before the internet, we were all almost in like a monoculture where we would all talk about the same films we saw, we talk about the same TV shows. There was only a few films available in the movie theaters, for example, and we were all able to kind of build and connect and talk about, recent media that's come out. Social media, that has slowly become more and more fragmented. Things that seem really popular to us are not popular to the person you're sitting next to on the bus. The reality is, as more content is produced, culture and communities become smaller and smaller and more fragmented. And I believe when you get to hyper-personalized content, that completely disappears. I do wonder, could you relate to content emotionally that is completely made using silicon, using data, made by a machine, made by AI? Could you actually relate to it knowing in the back of your mind that a human wasn't involved in any part of this artistic creation here? I personally am not sure, and I don't believe I could. I think one of the wonders of art, or with content, broader speaking, is that a human has made it, and there's been huge amounts of labor they've gotten into work. And I think that's what makes it impressive. And I think this is a lot of the time what invokes the feeling is, the hard work and determination has gone into generating content. And knowing that a human behind whatever the content may be has felt the same feelings that you have. Maybe they've experienced something similar. Knowing that a human relates to you, I think, is so powerful. And I'm unsure us as humans could feel that when it's entirely made by AI. I personally have fallen for AI generated content. I've sat through and watched a 10-minute video and I didn't even realize that it was AI generated content. Right now, AI generated content is outstandingly good, and it got there in a very, very short time. These social media companies already distribute content with incredible efficiency. The next logical step is for them to also create the content using the same systems, the same data that powers our algorithm to instead generate personalized content for us. Me and my sister, for example, would never see the same content. And the future I see with, this hyper-personalized AI generated content is that there is no human in the loop. The music will be AI generated, the script will be AI generated, everything you see here will be AI generated. And there already are companies who do this, and there already are people who consume this.